Hi, welcome back to my very messy house in Dubai. I walked in after my 3-month holiday, and obviously, after unpacking my bags and doing some laundry and washing, this is now what you're seeing. It's an absolute mess for what I'm used to, and I need to fix it. And I've been procrastinating. And then I realized that instead of struggling through this myself and finding my own feet, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing and how the process works. I am a person that likes everything in its space, and I like to not have spaces so filled that you have to move too many things around to get to your stuff. The reason for that is if everything in your house has a place to live, then when you pick something up, you know exactly where it needs to go. But if you don't have space for things in your house and you pick things up, you just put them down because you have no idea where they should go. And that is what I'm currently faced with. Welcome. If you're new here, my name is Chanel and I'm an intentional living coach. I share videos twice a week about how you can do small resets in your life to achieve life goals, no matter how busy and messy your life season is. Life is never too busy to reach your dreams. And if you like the idea and if you like the content so far, please consider subscribing to the channel to follow along so that I can help you reach whatever goals and dreams you have for yourself this year. And please like this video so that the algorithm can push it out to other women that will need this content to help them reach their goals for this year. When I walked back into my house, Andrew's been living here. He hasn't been here a lot. That's why I was in South Africa for so long. But the time that he was here, he obviously, accumulated a lot of paperwork that is just shoved everywhere. We broke a laptop that's over there that I need to figure out what to do with. The bottom line is there is a lot of decisions that needs to be made with the stuff that's lying around in the house. I did buy more clothes while I was in South Africa. I lost a lot of weight. I needed new clothes, and I actually increased my wardrobe, I think. And now my drawers are so stuffed that I can't fit anything into it. So let's rewind slightly. What is happening here? What's happening here is I am paralyzed. I am paralyzed by the decisions that needs to be made with every single thing that I pick up. I reached a point where I felt like I don't want to deal with this. So I've closed my eyes, I shut the blinkers on, and I just spent the day in bed on Sunday. One, to find myself again because I was awake for almost 30 hours from Saturday morning until from Friday morning until Saturday afternoon I was awake. So obviously Sunday I spent the day in bed reading, catching up with things that I like to do. And today is D-Day. I need to get back in my routine, and I need to find homes for the things that's lying around in my flat. If your house is in a state of disarray and you find yourself paralyzed to start working through it, then I encourage you to ask 2 questions. The first one is, why haven't I started yet? So what is stopping you from taking action? Why aren't you diving in and doing something about it? And we have to be honest here. We have to go deeper than just surface level of, oh, my life is too busy. Because not to preach to anyone, but if you spend 5 minutes a day clearing a space that's cluttered and frustrating you, after a week, after 2 weeks, there will have been a massive change in this space. So if you don't want to spend 5 minutes starting in an area of your house that needs cleaning or decluttering or just organizing, then ask yourself why, and ask the deep question. What are you avoiding? Because sometimes there's emotions attached to the things that you need to work on. Sometimes it is after a divorce and you now have to, get your house and your life to where you want it to be. But because you are currently in grief, you can't move to that place. Sometimes it is actual grief of the loss of a loved one, the process of working through the items that you now have to deal with, and you're physically paralyzed because those emotions are too tough. Sometimes it is pure overconsumption. You now have a situation where you have too much for the space that you live in, but you're unable to let go because of perhaps feelings of guilt, feelings of I can still use this, and feelings of, I've spent money on this. So how do you move forward? Once you've gotten to the baseline of why you can't start, you can then start. You can then say to yourself, okay, this is the feeling behind me being stuck. Am I okay with moving forward? And if the answer is yes, then you can move forward. If the answer is no, then seek help. Because if you are unable to process the decisions in a certain space, there's a reason for it and you need to work through it. And if you're most often we are unable to work through it ourselves. We keep ourselves busy to the point where we can't process those emotions. So get help. Working through it with a life coach, or if it's more psychological, with a therapist, they will help you get unstuck and be able to make decisions and move forward. But if you decide to move forward and it's difficult, don't overwhelm yourself. Go sit in the space. Go visualize. Go see what all, and you can see my kitchen is clean. It's literally my living space, right? Go see what decisions are there and why they are tiring you. Lean into them. Process them. Pick up. Set a timer for 5 minutes and pick up one handful and say, today I'm processing this handful. Let's say it's literally, you just say to yourself, you don't have enough time in a day. And you decide, okay, Chanel says that's nonsense. I'm going to set a timer and I'm going to start at my front door. I like starting at the front door. Those are fresh decisions. Those are fresh items that come into your life, and they're generally not emotionally tied. So starting at the front door rather than your bedroom, for me, is the place. So starting at the front door, picking one corner and just starting. Just tackle it and make the decisions. Tomorrow you get there, after you've cleared a shelf or a hanging rack or whatever the case may be, and there's new decisions lying there for you, there's new items in that space, it's very quick to pick them up and say, no, I cleared this shelf yesterday, I cleared this space yesterday, I can make quick decisions on these new items, doof doof, and I can take a new basket or box or handful of stuff and process them this evening. And that's how you can move forward. Now, the important thing to know here is we're not aiming for perfection. We are intentionally moving forward, no matter how difficult it is. Because the problem here is not the clutter. It's not the million decisions that's not been made. That is not the problem here. The problem here is the paralysis it brings on. You were overwhelmed before the straw broke the camel's back, right? This is just showing you a symptom of something that's going on in your life. If you are overwhelmed with life because it is generally just life, like you have a family, children, a husband, a job, carpool, after school activities, like life is just generally busy and you can't keep up with the mess, then perhaps outsourcing, someone to come in and clean, or perhaps outsourcing a person that can help you declutter your specific space or a specific room or whatever the case may be. Because realizing that you are paralyzed and taking action on it is how you're going to get past the mess and past the clutter, and how it will not accumulate again. Let's be realistic here, it will happen again, especially if you have no time to spend decluttering and resetting your spaces. So just to recap, number one is pinpointing or finding the space that's overwhelming you, that you've been avoiding. Then you're going to be asking yourself, why have you been avoiding it? Wait, where's my questions? Yeah. Why have you been avoiding it? Why haven't you started decluttering that space yet? Those are the two pivotal reasons for not starting. And then you're going to set up a game plan. You're going to give yourself an action step that you're going to be following every day for the next 5 days. 5 minutes isn't time. 5 minutes isn't going to, add to your overwhelm. 5 minutes isn't going to take away from the quality of your life. It will, however, over time accumulate and add. It will add to freeing yourself from emotions on perhaps the clutter that you have to process and work through. It will help you clear your space so that when you're in a busy season of life, it's very easy for you to live. If your house isn't cluttered, if there is no mess lying around, you can parent with freedom, and you can love and be joyful in your house because you don't have visual overwhelm happening around you on a daily basis. So guys, I hope you found value in what I am trying to show you about your clutter, that it's not about the actual item. It is way more. There is definitely emotions attached. And if it's not emotion, then it is the accumulation of decisions that's tiring you in an already busy season of your life. So, until next time, you enjoy life and take care of you. Bye.
I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so.